So another actually life lesson on how you need to onboard technology to actually stay relevant and move ahead.
Yes, very much. And it drives all the youngsters getting into chess as well, is that their learning time is getting compressed, and so they're getting better faster and at a younger age. And the funny thing actually happens with journalists. So once upon a time, let's say 20 years ago, when I went into the press conference after the game, I knew that I was one of the two people who best knew what happened in the game. So I would go there and they would ask me, what do you happen? And you would tell them, and then they would ask you, but why didn't you do this? And if you realize that they're right, but you don't want to admit it because you're kind of in a bad mood after the game, then you would still come up with you'd cobble together some excuse, and they wouldn't be able to, they would need time to figure it out, and so you'd get away with that. But then we got into a very painful moment with fans that they're looking at the best computers. And in fact, the tables had turned. Now, when the players go to the press room, they're the two worst informed people on the planet of what actually happened in the game. Yeah. It seems that everyone else knows better than them what went on in the game. And so nowadays, we're completely used to it, but there was a long stretch when it was painful because you're forced to admit that players who can't play as well as you just know more than you because they've been watching.
Well, that's the deal with technology and the internet. Everyone seems better informed, perhaps more than they really are.
And they can pick out the errors faster and remind you of it very painfully.